At first, it looked like a failed email. A short message, a file attached, nothing dramatic. But when one person opened that file, the computer quietly searched for every email address it could find. Then, it sent the same trap to all of them. In minutes, one mistake could become hundreds of new messages. Those messages created hundreds more. And in January 2004, that chain reaction became MyDoom, a worm built to turn the world's inboxes into its delivery network. This was the era of Windows XP, crowded inboxes, and office computers that were only beginning to stay connected all day. Email filters were far less sophisticated than they are now. People regularly exchanged documents as attachments, and a message that appeared to come from a colleague could feel routine. MyDoom exploited that routine. The messages often pretended that something had gone wrong, a delivery failure, an incomplete transmission, or a document that could not be displayed. The attachment appeared to contain the missing information. In reality, opening it executed the worm. Microsoft's technical description explains what happened next. MyDoom copied itself onto the computer and configured Windows to run it again after a restart. It then searched files on the infected machine for email addresses. Those addresses became its next target list. The worm did not need a central mailing list. Every victim supplied a new one. Worse, the sender address could be forged. The infected message might appear to come from someone who had never sent it. That created confusion in both directions. Recipients trusted familiar names, while innocent people received angry replies accusing them of spreading a virus they did not even have. The attachment names changed. So did the subjects and short messages. But the underlying mechanism remained simple: create just enough uncertainty or curiosity to make someone open the file. Once MyDoom was running, it did more than reproduce. Microsoft documented that the worm could install a backdoor, a hidden route into the infected system. That backdoor could allow unauthorized access and could be used to deliver other malicious software. The visible problem was the flood of email. The deeper problem was that each infected computer might now be waiting for another command. Some versions also copied themselves into the shared folder used by Kazaa, a popular peer-to-peer file-sharing application. A person looking for software or media could download the worm under a misleading file name, extending the outbreak beyond email. This combination made MyDoom unusually effective for its time. It used the social trust of email, the address book stored on personal computers, and the open sharing culture of early peer-to-peer networks. Every infected machine became both a victim and a distributor. Picture the process from above. One office receives an attachment. A worker opens it. The worm finds addresses belonging to customers, colleagues, suppliers, and friends. Messages leave that office and reach dozens of other networks. A few recipients open the file. Their computers repeat the search. The branches multiply faster than any human response team can call the victims. Mail servers began carrying enormous volumes of infected traffic. Administrators blocked attachments and updated antivirus signatures. Companies warned employees not to open unexpected files. But the warning had to reach people before the next believable message did. And the worm was still changing. MyDoom was not one fixed program. It became a family of variants. Some versions blocked access to security vendors and Microsoft, making it harder for infected users to find help. Some were designed to launch denial-of-service attacks against specific websites, using large numbers of infected computers to overwhelm a target with traffic. On January 29, 2004, Microsoft announced a $250,000 reward for information leading to the arrest and conviction of those responsible for MyDoom.B. The company said the variant infected unsuspecting users, mailed itself to their contacts, blocked access to antivirus sites, left a backdoor, and was designed to attack Microsoft's website. The reward captured the scale of the moment. This was no longer just an annoying attachment circulating between home computers. Law enforcement agencies, technology companies, and security researchers were trying to stop a global system built from machines whose owners had no idea they were participating. The most unsettling part was how little the first victim had to do. There was no complex intrusion scene. No attacker needed to sit in front of that specific computer. The entire operation could begin with a message that implied, "Something went wrong. Open this file to see why." That sentence still works today. The technology has changed, but the psychology has not. Modern attacks may arrive as a cloud document, a fake invoice, a password reset, a shared folder, or a message from a compromised account. The file may be replaced by a link. The pressure may be urgency instead of curiosity, but the attacker is still trying to turn a familiar action into permission. MyDoom also demonstrated why a sender name is not proof. Email systems were built in an era when identity checks were weaker, and forged addresses could make malicious mail appear to come from a trusted person or company. Modern authentication standards have improved that situation, but compromised accounts and convincing impersonation still bypass human suspicion. The practical defense is not to distrust every message. It is to separate appearance from verification. If an attachment is unexpected, confirm it through another channel. Do not rely only on the display name. Check the full address. Be cautious with files that can execute code, even when they are compressed inside a zip archive. Keep the operating system and security tools updated, because detection improves only when the defender receives new information. And when a message creates sudden pressure, open this now, fix this failure, review this urgent document, pause. Urgency is often the mechanism that prevents verification. MyDoom spread through old computers and old software, but its real engine was human behavior. It borrowed the credibility of ordinary email, copied the relationships stored on each machine, and used every successful click to manufacture the next wave. One attachment did not infect the world by itself. Millions of small moments of trust carried it from inbox to inbox. That is the system beneath the outbreak. Not just malicious code, but a distribution network assembled from people, contacts, and computers that believed the message in front of them belonged there.